This is an emergency stop. Now the idea of this is to be able to stop the car quickly, under control, in an emergency situation. And there's a certain way that we do it. First of all, mirrors are a low priority. We simply don't have time to check our rear view mirror while there's emergency situation going on in front of us. So we don't check our mirror. But if you're driving along, you should be checking your mirror every 5 or 6 seconds, so you're already updated with what's going on in front of you. Now the emergency could be anything. Could be a child stepping out in front of you, a car pulling out in front of you, someone not looking what they're doing and they step out in front of you. We don't know, but we need to stop quickly, safely and under control. So the first thing we do is we come off of the gas pedal onto the brake pedal quickly, and it's firm but progressive braking, keeping both hands on the steering wheel until the car comes to a full stop. Once the car has stopped, we then secure the car, so put the handbrake on, pop it into neutral, and we wait for the emergency situation that's in front of us to go. Once that's gone, we then need to proceed on down the road. So again, it's prepare, observe, manoeuvre. So we prepare the car to go, so we pop it into drive, release the handbrake, observe. We look over both shoulders like this, making sure it's safe to go, and when it is, another quick check of your mirror, no signal because we're already in the middle of the road, and we drive on. There's something else we need to take into consideration. Because we're stopping very quickly, the car may skid. Now if the car does skid, the way to deal with it is we steer into the skid. That way we keep the car straight and under control. So for example, if the car starts to skid to the left, we steer to the left. If the car starts skidding to the right, we steer to the right. So we're always steering into the skid, so we keep the car under control. And one last thing I'd like to say, on your driving test, if you get this particular manoeuvre, we'll call it, his signal will be stop. Now he doesn't spring it on you, he tells you you're going to be doing an emergency stop, so you're already a bit prepared for it anyway. So what I'm going to do when we're driving along, obviously I'm not going to raise my hand because I want to keep my hands on the wheel, but I will say stop, and then I'll do an emergency stop. And that's what we're going to do now. So we're driving down the road and we're going to have to do an emergency stop. Now I'm already checking my mirrors every 5 or 6 seconds, so I'm updated with what's going on behind us. So we're driving along, and let's imagine a small child steps out in front of us. Stop! Now, I've kept my hands on the wheel until the car's come to a complete stop. Then I secure the car, so put the handbrake on, pop it into neutral. Then we wait for the emergency situation that's in front of us to disappear. Once that's gone and the road is clear, we then need to proceed. So once again, it's prepare, observe, manoeuvre. So we prepare the car, we pop it into drive, we look over both shoulders like this to make sure it's safe to proceed. We don't need a signal because we're not moving away from the side of the road, we're already in the road. Once again, check over both shoulders, making sure it's safe to proceed, check my mirror and drive on.